And it's time to play Clad again. We've just been going through in rotating fashion. Not sure what I'll do if I completely finish one class, but the other classes are undone. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, I suppose. I think only rotating on a win would probably help prevent that, but we're not doing that. I'm rotating when I feel like it. Mostly. Greetings, choose. We could also just use Prismatic Shard. That's technically true. That is a thing we can do. How's it going, Romanoff? Recently playing every class of it and finding Ironclad harder than Silent or Defect, especially struggling in blocking. Any tips for the problem? Yes! Don't block. Ironclad doesn't need to block. It's a courtesy, really, for the enemies if you do it, but it is absolutely not required for this character whatsoever. Ironclad has not only a huge amount of max health to work with, but this Burning Blood, which you should be keeping, assuming you're not trading it away for a random boss relic, healing you 6 at the end of each combat can really help. We use the word sustain in the community here to refer to effects that keep your health up even as you take damage. To make this strategy work, you have to slay your enemies quickly. And I find that Ironclad works best when you go with a top-heavy approach, the top being the damage part of the deck. Take attack cards, upgrade those attack cards, make your enemies vulnerable, and then just smash them with strength and power. And you can get through pretty easily. Especially if you're playing non-ascension, you're not adding any added difficulty to the mode, then to you... your viewer. Wait, what was your username? I'll scroll past here. Anyway, if you'd like to get your first couple of wins on Ironclad, I recommend removing defend cards at shops as soon as possible, and adding and upgrading attack cards and strength gain. Just focus on dealing damage as much as you can each turn, and ignore the rest, and just see what happens. You might get a lot further than you'd expect. It is absolutely possible to do block-heavy strategies on the Ironclad, but they're a little bit more esoteric. And a lot less simple and effective than going Smork. Do I have any tips for Who Needs Relics? Yeah, exclamation point, Who Needs Relics. That link that Do Not Put Me on Pizza just created is a guide video for specifically that achievement. In general, a couple quick tips. You are allowed to swap your starter relic for a boss relic and have that be your only boss relic. But generally speaking, in a Who Needs Relics run, energy is the big shortage, and so you need to take cards that generate energy. And for this reason, I suggest Watcher and Defect as the characters to do Who Needs Relics with, because they have the most access to energy-generating cards. We doing a lot of boss swaps with all the starter relics down? Depends on the map here. This Act 1, I'm strongly considering the 100 gold because of the shop placement here. Actually, is there even a reasonable 3 elite path? No. Okay. So yes, we're just going to do the following. Maybe 2 events? No, we want 3 combats before the first elite. Go like this, take 100 gold. Including harp kills up to A10. Well, yeah, good luck with the offense-heavy strategies. They are beautiful. So max 2 strikes next turn. I think that means we just kill the acid slime. We'll get hit by the spike slime next turn. That's okay. Yeah, take 1 damage this turn. It's not bad. With an infinite combo, Centennial says you can do Who Needs Relics and Minimalist for Watcher at the same time. That's quite true. Might be a little bit of a difficult combo to get together. And depending on the combo, you might not beat Time Eater. You may need to roll one of the other bosses. Koryu says, how do you know which of the slimes to kill first in this fight? If you can kill the medium slime by turn 2, then do it, is my my advice. And that's what I was doing math there, looking at the draw pile. If preferably you want to kill the big slime first, but the damage doesn't always line up. On that turn 1, we drew Bash, Strike, Bash and 3 strikes on turn 1. There was only 2 strikes remaining in the draw pile. If I play Bash and Strike on the medium slime, I'll deal 17 immediate damage to it, and it is vulnerable. But we're getting weakened by the little green slime, meaning our strikes would only do another 12, 6 each, with weaken and vulnerable. So we can only do a total of 29 damage over 2 draws to the medium slime. But because it had 34 health, we weren't able to get a kill. That's why I chose to kill the small one first. But if there had been a 3rd strike in the draw pile, and 1 less strike in my hand, then we could have done 6 times 3 on the following turn, for a total of 35 damage, and I would have targeted the medium slime first. So the decision there was entirely because of how many strikes and how many defends were in my opening hand. Uppercut reduces this to 9. Yeah, we definitely want to play uppercut defend rather than defend defend strike. Uppercut's just a really nice efficient card in the early game. Good damage at base, plus very nice weakening and vulnerable effect. How's it going, Cry the Wind? You are indeed in time for the first run. Get bonked. Jawworm. And an early Carnage. We actually mastered Carnage successfully recently on Watcher, so we don't need 2 copies of it. Actually, does the bot know that? Yes, the bot knows that. Good. Good job, bot. Excellent, bot. So who are we fighting as our boss? We're fighting Hexagos. We need big single target damage, and that's exactly what Carnage is. Huge single target damage. I really like Carnage as an early attack for Ironclad because of, 1, its density. I have a bit of a propensity towards 2-cost cards because they're efficient in draw, if not in energy. Kind of like 2 cards stapled to 1, and that means you have to spend less draws getting them into your hand. The other thing I like about Carnage is that in any situation where you don't need a big attack card, you can simply not play it and it will remove itself, causing it to be exhausted. You don't have to draw it again. It can be really useful in certain boss fights, like, say, Awakened one, or if you get exhaust synergies. And an early remove Transformer upgrade. Wow, what luck to be offered. Probably one of the best events in Act 1 here. We could get an early upgrade on Uppercut, and then we could have Uppercut and Carnage upgraded going into our first Elite. Or we could take this as an opportunity to transform a card because of how early we are. Has there been a time when I actually got angry? Yes, I did used to be, before I started streaming, mostly an angrier person at one time. Not so much these days. Tamika says, you almost always pick Transformer. You're making a mistake. You could be. I like to pick upgrades specifically in situations where there's an elite in my immediate future, and I want to make sure that that elite fight goes really well. And this is one of those situations, especially with no potions yet. I'm a little bit more inclined to take an upgrade here. But we should have enough upgrades this act for me to feel pretty comfortable overall. So I think I'm going to transform a strike. Pumnuro, thanks for the 500 bits. Much appreciated. As a first-time chat. This guy, thanks for the 8 months. How's it going, that fluffy corgi? What would be the worst transform here? Oh, there's quite a few things we could get that we would not want at all. Barricade would be pretty bad. Berserk would actually be useful, so not Berserk. Wild Strike would be undesirable. Uzuri, thanks for the Prime sub, and Slabsman, thank you as well for the Prime. E-Dog012, thanks for the 2 months. Rupture, yeah, a power that doesn't do anything, like Rupture is pretty bad. Or worse, a reusable card that isn't actually helping. Dual wield would be pretty awkward. There's definitely a few bad hits, but plenty of good ones too. For example, Clash? Question mark? I have no... It's Clash, so kind of hard to know what's going to happen here. Clash is unreliable. One of the worst Ironclad commons. On paper, it's really good. 0 cost, deal 14. In practice, you can't play it because something unforeseen occurred. And often that unforeseen thing is the Ascender's Bane curse. There's no way to play Clash when you draw Ascender's Bane alongside it, and there's no way to prevent yourself from drawing the two together, or is there? But sometimes Clash is... yeah. Sometimes Clash is the best thing in the world. You can make Clash more reliable if you can get card manipulation, which is hard to come by on the Ironclad, but there are a few sources we'll keep our eyes out for. The other option is card exhaust. If you can exhaust the cards in your hand that are not attacks, you can play the Clash. How's it going, Epic Luke's Box Gamer? We did indeed make our 2022 retrospective. Do I have a link to that? Let me see. No, that's the 200 ones. I gotta update that. But yes, we did. We recorded that a couple weeks ago. Let's take the Enga and head to the shop. There's one of those exhaust effects. What an interesting set of things in this store. Preserved Insect is here. Feel No Pain is here. True Grit is here. Reckless Charge is here. Threat Level Midnight says, I have 500 hours in this game and I've never picked Clash. Understandable, quite frankly. Pellets can be quite something. Whenever we play a power attack and skill in the same turn, remove any debuffs we have from ourselves. Currently, none of our cards debuff us, but there are a few Ironclad cards that do. Insect right before an elite fight is definitely tempting. Sets us up really well for many elite fights later in the run. And I think I have just enough money for Preserved Insect card remove, which is exceptionally tempting. I would love to keep removing strikes so that we can rely more on these attack cards. So if I can do that, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to upgrade the uppercut first. Still no potions, by the way. This can actually be a little tricky. Remove Clash over Strike. You have not yet seen the power of Clash. This is the power of Clash. Oh no, the power of Clash. Dang it. That's fine though. It's all fine. Just trust me. Once was enough. We take only 10 damage during the Lagavulin fight with no potions used, thanks to the Preserved Insect lowering its health substantially. We get 300 gold as a reward for beating that elite. Of course, that's right after the shop. Classic, classic. Oh, this shot would have been so good. Speed Potion. We're offered Armaments, Brutality, Shrug It Off. What an interesting set of 3 choices. Brutality trades health to draw more cards each turn. Actually quite good in a situation like this, although the Clash will be a little bit less reliable. That's true if I take anything, really. I do like Shrug, I do like Brutality. The Speed Potion, I think I particularly want a Shrug. Let's take a Shrug It Off. Gain 8 block, draw 1. And we're going to go this way, I think. Maybe take another fight, actually, because I still have a good chance at getting a potion. We're going to upgrade that Carnage to hit nice and hard. 28. Are we building a Clash deck? We're building a deck with a Clash. And with a boat thingy. Giving us 14 block on turn 2. Really good Relic so far, which always gives me hope for a run. Oh, I can actually take this additional combat, but then I can take this additional event again. Want the combats earlier. You probably wanted to do it to that one actually to leave it at 9, but here we are. Boat thingy, very, very good here. Clash. Poor Clash. And then we squish. We're almost back to full HP here. Sometimes that does happen to Ironclad. Too many block cards, they say. This is the sort of deck that could genuinely make good use of a Rage. As a block source, it's a 0-cost block, which means it's not bad alongside Clash. Works really well with Uppercut, with Anchor. Not a card I often take, but I could see it being good here. Let's do it. I'm going to take 1 Rage. I think we'll need 1 more damage source to be able to defeat Hexaghost now. Maybe, or 1 less defend even would be a good thing here. Hey, I just said we had too many hit points. Taking 2 random upgrades in exchange for a bunch of damage seems like a great trade to me, almost no matter what gets hit. Even if it's 2 defends or 2 strikes, 2 random upgrades is going to be excellent here. We actually get Bash upgraded and a defend. And that means we'll have really good vulnerable access during the Hexaghost fight. That's pretty good. Okay, okay. And do we want more combats, or would I rather take 1 event here? I think I'm going to take 1 event. I'm going to go for the elite fight now. Shouldn't be hard. They're so small, after all. Yeah, we can just kill the middle one on turn 1. Easy peasy. Never had a problem, by the way. Check out Clash. I don't really want to shuffle without all of my block cards. If we shrug it off now, we draw. Although that does mean they'll be less dazed. I think our odds are a lot better if I don't play Shrug here. Not bad. Take 5. Again, we have too much health, so I don't mind. Very good elite fight overall. Classic. Very happy to see Happy Flower. What's with the potion chance, though? Happy Flower is going to give us more energy so that we can play our 2-cost cards alongside each other a bit more frequently. We could take our second Clash if we dare. I don't think going into Hexaghost, that's a good idea. Headbutt, though, that looks pretty appealing. Headbutt Shrug It Off can be really nice. Headbutt goes with Rage. Headbutt is a useful card manip card. I like it. Doesn't Clash just get better the more you take them? Kind of, because they are attack cards, right? But your deck also becomes more vulnerable to being countered the more you take conditional cards, especially conditional cards you don't have control over. So here's what I'm picturing. I'm picturing this deck, but with 2 Clashes and 8 copies of Burn. And I don't like what I see. I don't like what I see at all. This boss is going to flood our deck with status cards. And if we have 2 copies of Clash that can't be played alongside a status card, we're going to be in for a really bad time. So let's not do that. I almost want to go to 2 more combats, but I think 1 more will be sufficient. Because it was secretly a combat. That makes sense. This is not a great set of 4 gremlins, especially not with this opening hand. Looks like a good time for the speed potion. Incoming damage here is 25, and I cannot kill any gremlins. So yeah, let's speed potion, full block this turn, and pray to the gremlin lords that next turn is better. Straight up deal 21. Block for 20. So I can actually Carnage one of the fat gremlins here if I want to. Next turn we're all offense, no defense, huh? Interesting. So we gotta solve problems efficiently then. That means, yeah, I want to kill a fat gremlin this turn. This one. Presumably 5 here. Headbutt kills you. Flash Anger kills you. Uppercut Strike does not kill you. Let's go in Charon. Good day. I said good day. Actually, can I kill this one and uppercut this one? 10, 4, 4. No. Move this way then. Alright, all things considered, that wasn't too bad. Evolve is here. I could see Evolve being useful against Hexaghost. Even with the Clash. Since we have Anger and other things. Akolos, thanks for 4 months. Oh, that's cool, Gekline. Yeah, and that's exactly why I'm excited for the challenge. We have to showcase less popular cards. We'll have to. Alright, I'll give Evolve a shot here. Curious if it can do anything for us. Boop. And then block 5. Headbutt blocks 3. I'll just block 3. What I think is the most picked card for each character. That was something we did look at with our data at the end of the year. Our review. Oh, Blood for Blood. There's the real answer to Hexaghost. Blood for Blood. Well, I don't think we need the Blood for Blood anymore. Might just grab Shockwave. Is that too redundant? Usually it's the broadly useful card draw cards. Or whatever the best block power is that seem to be taken a lot. So on Silent, Footwork, Well-Laid Plans, Backflip. Pretty much never skip the first Shockwave. It's more doable when you already have an Uppercut. Still, and with the upgraded bash, like, it's really not that good. But it does hit every enemy, which is kind of important. And the Hexaghost fight's going to be long enough. Yeah, alright. I like that we get to play it quite easily with the Happy Flower and the boat thingy. I don't think we should upgrade it. I think we should probably upgrade one of our damage cards, probably the Anger, just for a little bit more DP damage per turn against Hexaghost. Every time we draw it, it'll be 2 more, 3 more with Vulnerable, and we're going to be getting a lot of copies. We could also upgrade the Evolve to draw 1 more, but that might be actually overkill. So I'm going to upgrade the Anger. Rage I also do like as an upgrade. 3 block goes to 5 block per attack. This will be really, really nice at Act 2, but doesn't necessarily help me get through Hexaghost. So let's upgrade the Anger. Kezko, thanks for the 1.5 years, 18 months, and not so bad. Andy with 21. If I want to keep Carnage, I can't play Uppercut, huh? Do I headbutt the Carnage without Vulnerable? Yeah, should have set up Happy Flower so I could go Uppercut Carnage. But maybe I want the energy next turn, huh? Do it this way. Didn't draw any Vulnerable. Curses. Alright, not a great start, but I think we'll be fine in this fight. We drew it instantly. Clash never had a chance. Bummer. Alright, here we're not actually going to play Shockwave, because it's going to be Uppercut. This is why I considered skipping the Shockwave. Do we want the damage of the Uppercut in addition to the Vulnerable? I could headbutt Clash here, but I'm just going to headbutt Anger. That way I don't have to play the Defend. Get him, Carnage. Nice draw of Rage. Good work. Look at that. Happy Flower setting up the Clash. Good work. Alright. And we get through pretty cleanly without having to use our potions, thanks to the Dex matchup here. So we get to keep pretty good potions into the next act, get to skip this Liquid Bronze, which I think is a little bit subpar compared. And we're offered Immolate, Limit Break, or Barricade. And I gotta say, with an Evolve for 1, and with a Preserved Insect for 2, Immolate's looking mighty juicy here. A big area damage card can allow us to smash through the hallway fights and multi-enemy elite fights of the next act, so that we can continue to harvest lots of relics. Turning elites into marshmallows, that's right. Pairs very nicely with the Shockwave, too. Especially if we can get 4 energy. Pairs really nicely with the Rage. Really just feels like it fits in. Give me that. Meanwhile, we have no strength to double. We are not generating enough block to retain most of the time. Actually, Rage and Boat Thingy kind of work with Barricade, but not well enough. Clash has got to go now. Well, life would probably be easier without it, but I think we'll still get to play it occasionally. The thing that would really tie this all together is if we can find a targeted exhaust card for the statuses. It's possible to make all of this work together with a second wind. Oniromania, thanks for 25 months together of support. Pretty hard to say no to Black Star here. Extra relics off elites. I think we're going to do just fine in the hallway fights of Act 2 with Happy Flower Boat Thingy. The elite fight should be easy thanks to potions and the preserved insect, so doubling up on relics sounds really juicy. Very much like a fusion hammer as well, it's a no-nonsense way to get more energy, although upgrading Immolate in particular would be nice. It's certainly not required, and we'd love the additional energy. But I am definitely going to fall for the Black Star here. Let's do it. Yeah, and 500 gold. Hopefully we have an early shop available. Let's see. Hopefully we have an early shop that's also compatible with fighting several elites. And I see that we can fight several elites. Although the most elite spot is no shop for us, unfortunately. If we get an early event shop, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4 elites this act. But with 500 gold, I'm more inclined to go this way. Let's mark this in blue. And we do get a couple of upgrades with that as well after the first elite. I like that. We'll take out the Burning Elite this act. We'll get to go to 2 shops to spend all this cash. And we'll get a whole bunch of relics before we fight. Collector, I like it. Ever picked Black Blood? I think Black Blood is not bad at times. 12 heal per combat can be really good. I like it in particular if you've got a couple of offering cards. Or some other self-harm engine going on. I don't often take it, but it is useful. Definitely. Tricky fight for us. We spend all of our energy just doing damage. Oof. No, we can't do that. Alright. This has gone badly. Bummer. I was hoping the draws would line up a little better than that, but they have not. So this is exactly 30 damage. Leaving it on 15 plus 20. Can't do 35, right? Yeah, because currently at 65, I have to do 30 plus 4, so no. Dang. Take the full brunt of this hit. There's very little I can do about it. Bummer. Does both potions get us there? Oof, I don't like that very much, but we do have enough money to replace them. Yes, both potions would do it, actually. I'm actually willing to do that. Good old unupgraded common cards. Usually I refuse these in early Act 2. Flower is rare? Magic Flower is, not Happy Flower. Happy Flower is common. Curse for a Writhe? How about... No. Or Curse for a Relic, that is. Writhe Curse into these 2 fights seems pretty bad to me. Seems quite bad. It's just as gnarly with the damage on turn 1, but the Burning Blood will be just fine. Get him, Clash. Good job. Double Immolate. That's a card we haven't mastered, and I think it's genuinely quite good in this situation. So, yes, I will take a second Immolate. Happily, in fact. Very happily. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Centurion and Mystic. Together again. I'm going to hit the Centurion with the Carnage here. That inflicts enough damage that the Mystic will be forced to heal next turn. So hopefully only the Centurion will attack into our free block here. Good. Takes 21 damage on Ascension 20, split between the 2 of them to cause the Mystic to heal. Otherwise, she'll either buff or attack. If both of these enemies attack you at the same time, it can actually be quite bad in this fight. So one of the main goals is to avoid having that happen. Let's do Headbutt, Strike. Can't kill the Centurion here. Yeah, Headbutt. Can't quite. Headbutt, Strike defends. Take a bit. Once the Centurion is finished, the Mystic is easy to solve on her own. The inverse is less true. So I usually go for the Centurion first. Alright, potion acquired. Whirlwind Plus. Deal 8 damage to all enemies X times. Interesting. Nice with Rage, but do we need another area attack now that I have 2 Immolates? I'm not sure. Could be a Chemex in that store, though. We're going to 2 stores? Actually, what was the shop relic in the first store? Can't remember. Pellets, that's right. Okay, so yes, we could get a Chemical X. It's offered with a free upgrade. I'm going to take it. Ooh, the Sling of Courage is here. We have bonus strength in elite combats, because we needed that. Those poor elites. Those poor elites. Strike Dummy is also here. Cards containing strike deal additional damage. Pen Nib says every 10th attack we play is doubled in damage. Pen Nib is very good. How many shop relics are there? About 20 total. Swift Strike, Strike Dummy, the power. 10 damage. Feels kind of ludicrous to me not to buy the Sling of Courage. Let's do it. Let's make the elites truly quiver. Nibslig and buy the Farina bottle. Not a bad idea to buy that security measure. Honestly think we'll be okay just with the Pen Nib and the Sling here. And then we should have enough money for another relic here, which I really like. Let's do it. Let's just stock up on relics. All the relics. Greetings, tiny slavers. Are you ready for the power of Clash? They weren't ready. Oh, actually, if I'd used the strength potion, I would have got the front one there, too. Maybe should have thought about that a little harder, but quite okay with this overall. And yes, I chose not to remove a card at that shop because we have another shop coming up later this act. If I want to remove, I can do it there. Unlikely I can afford to do it twice. Let's see, next fight is a regular fight. Okay. I can wait one turn. $10 max health from the pair. Ancient Tea set gives us 2 additional energy. Finally, we're offered a way to gain strength, although I don't know that I like spot weakness as the way to do that. It can be really unreliable, particularly in the collector fights. So I think I'm going to skip spot weakness without an upgrade. Keep going and collecting relics and such. These fools are back. Bummer. Alright, next turn we got a Pen Nib something big. Maybe a Pen Nibbed Immolate. Can solve this. Pen Nibbed Whirlwind. Here we go. Got him. No thanks. Coulda, shoulda bought the Strike Dummy. He's dead, Jim. Alright, now we get 2 upgrades. We can upgrade Immolate and Immolate. I'm thinking actually Rage. And yes, Immolate. But I double evolve. No. Mash it in. Thanks for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Heck yeah. Molten Egg. If we take any future attacks, they'll be upgraded. I don't plan on taking that many more attacks, but yeah, give me that. Elite number 2. Small Gremlin Leader. And I have many strength. Many strength indeed. Said it before now, it bears repeating. If you get attacked turn 1 by Gremlin Leader, usually it's a good thing. Let's go bash, headbutt the Whirlwind. Alright, now we can set up Happy Flower for the Burning Elite fight. We are not getting Ancient T-Set, so I'd like it on turn 1. Good. Clash. Get a Potion Belt. Now we can have more potion slots. We also get a Kunai. If we play 3 attacks in 1 turn, such as Clash, we gain a point of Dexterity. And we're offered a Havoc Plus. Play the top card of the draw pile for 0 cost and exhaust it. Kind of dig that with a free upgrade on it. Some fun utility there. We even have a headbutt so that we can particularly put a card on top. Let's do it. All right, here's our second store, 282 gold. What if we had Frozen Eye and we knew exactly what the top card of the deck was? That seems pretty good. Also tempting is Dark Embrace, drawing us a card upon an exhaust. Currently only have Havoc. It's also Paper Frog for more vulnerable multiplication, which is quite strong as well. Taking Frozen Eye, I think that's really useful here. Thinking about removing another strike now. Or we could buy this Dark Embrace, which is questionable. Definitely questionable. I'm going to remove a strike. Ooh, a reasonable fee of all our gold? Well, heck, I'd love to fight you nerds. You're not an elite, so we don't get the bonus of the Sling of Courage, but I do get the immense satisfaction of stomping your faces in. So, good. Yeah, I'm just thinking about Happy Flower here. We can kill them this turn, but I might want to make them die next turn. Let's see, we make this, what, 7? 7 and 9. So I'd only take 1 damage to delay by 1 turn. Okay, let's do that. The Red Mask, weakening enemies on turn 1. We're offered an upgraded Blood for Blood, because, again, Molten Egg is going to make all the attacks upgraded. I don't think we need that. Yeah, I think we're fine. Could take Wild Strike, maybe, with an Evolve. I don't love it, though. What happens if you Havoc the Clash, but you don't meet the conditions to play it? Clash is not played, but it is exhausted. So if I Havoc, then I play Shrug and draw Uppercut. Interesting. Next turn, we're drawing all the juicy stuff. So all we need to do is kill one of them this turn and block. I think we can do that quite easily. Take 1. This turn we've got Immolate and Headbutt. Or Whirlwind and Headbutt, but I can't Headbutt Whirlwind because math. Also, these enemies do huge damage. I didn't realize how much strength they had. Hello. Your numbers are very big. Spooky. We do have an attack potion. I am more concerned about the collector fight, though. I think I'm willing to trade a little bit of health here. What do I need for next turn? Havoc just lets me play a free defend. It doesn't really do much. I guess that's still something. Take a hit here, but then we should be good. So we'll have 65 health going into the collector. That's could be better, could be worse. We will have Pen Nib charged, at least. And I actually think I want Happy Flower on this number, since we'll have the Ancient Tea Set on turn 1. Oh, we get the Pocket Watch! If we play 3 or fewer cards during our turn, we'll draw 3 extra cards at the start of the next turn. Pocket Watch Frozen Eye is very, very strong. We can make really good use of that. Because we'll know exactly what we draw extra with the Pocket Watch, so we'll know if we need to stick to 3 cards or not. Sometimes we will actually want to deliberately not use the draw the Pocket Watch, just so that we can do more stuff. Armament's looking a lot better with the Pocket Watch. Definitely. Although most of the key cards in the deck are upgraded, right? We could use Armaments to upgrade what? Shockwave, Evolve? Or I could just upgrade Shockwave or Evolve. All the attacks are going to be upgraded with Molten Egg. I still don't think Armaments is any good, unfortunately. Evolve also less good with a pocket. Upgrade also less good with a Pocket Watch. Let's just upgrade the other Immolate then. Make sure these hit as hard as possible. Of course, this is my turn 1 draw. Next turn, though, we can do Shockwave, Pen-Nibbed Immolate. So I think I just play nothing this turn. Might be using the Strength Potion. That's fine. Okay. Just don't play anything. Kerpow! Good turn. Let me draw all of these. So I have Headbutt, which lets me put any card on top for the Havoc. So why don't I go ahead and Headbutt... Bash? Havoc that. Play. If I play any more cards, we won't draw extra next turn. I'm okay with that, though. Let's do 3 more attacks. Or 2 more, at least. Anger, keep the vulnerable down, the weakened down. Although we're not getting attacked next turn, so I'm not sure why I thought that was a good idea. Feels to me like we're winning this fight without much requirement of... potions. Okay, so Havoc simply hits a defend, nothing fancy there. But we can Pen Nib this Immolate again, and we shall. Actually, wait, what is the Pen Nibbed Whirlwind going to be? 18 times 4? Not enough to KO. Let's do it this way, then. Can you get a KO here? Doesn't look like it. Get the Havoc then. Ouch. We'll lose some health, but keep the potions. Seems good to me. Alright, that wasn't too bad of a collector fight. Definitely glad we had a lot of health going into it, because we did need to take some damage, but otherwise, things went really well. I was wondering if we were going to get a corruption soon. I did turn down the Dark Embrace at the shop, but that doesn't mean it's wrong to take this corruption, which can make all of our skills free. Really nice way to make the clash work well. In particular, we could also think about Exhume. Well, there's nothing really to Exhume. I'll take a corruption. Bludgeon with Penib, also kind of potent, that's true. Ooh, these are some fun choices. Mark of Pain. We get more energy each turn, but we also have wounds to deal with. Not so bad with Evolve in the deck. Sacred Bark. Double the effectiveness of potions with the Potion Belt. Actually surprisingly good. Or Velvet Choker. We get more energy, but we can only play 6 cards each turn. Also not that bad, in particular because we're often using the Pocket Watch to draw more cards, although the fact that I have Corruption really makes me question the Velvet Choker a lot. I think I'm going to try the Sacred Bark here. Double the effectiveness of potions. We won't actually have much energy to play with each turn, but the Corruption should help with that, as well as the Happy Flower and the additional energy relics we're hopefully going to find from this Black Star. So I'm going to take Sacred Bark over Velvet Choker. And hope I don't regret that. 3 elites at most. You got it. 3 elites it is. Early shop, question mark? Might as well, might as well. Actually not sure if I'll be going to this fire, though. Rest sites in Act 3 are kind of questionable. The further you get into a run, the less valuable one upgrade becomes, and the more valuable a card reward or a relic could be. Could even go double shop if I really, really, really wanted to. I don't think so. Like the opportunity to maybe take 999 gold. Okay, that's fine. We'll headbutt the... Shrug. I'm not going to play this Immolate, I don't think. Yeah, we just take 2 here. Or take 1, rather. And I should need to take nothing next turn. So we can go Rage, Immolate, Strike, kill the Exploders before they're a problem. And now this thing won't be an issue at all. And why would I pay for a Dark Embrace? I mean, really, why would I do that? When I could just find one for free on the first floor of Act 3. Easy. They go together, they're great. You love to see them. And we can even upgrade a card in the deck of our choosing or rely on random upgrades each turn. I think I'm just going to go ahead and upgrade the Dark Embrace outright, rather than dealing with a Pain Curse. Clash keeping the bench warm. That's right. That's what Clash knows how to do. Ah, shoot. Well, with the attack potion, I can get out of this situation, and I will. Don't think I won't. There we go. Power Through Plus. Add 2 wounds to your hand. Gain 20 block. Great with Evolve. Kind of bad with Clash, but otherwise excellent here. Do I accept donations? Yes, there should be a donation link below the stream that you can use for PayPal. The other way to donate to me or support me directly is to use the bits feature of Twitch, although a little bit less efficient than direct donations at the moment. I also appreciate gifted subs. All are ways to support the stream massively. Another way to support the stream is to use our HelloFresh link, I suppose. Now's an optimum time to mention that today. We are being sponsored by HelloFresh today. We'll be ordering a box of food on stream, and then next week, and as a second sponsored stream, opening it up. But alongside with that goes a promotional code linked there in chat. That link, or you can use the code... Put that in the Twitch chat. In the announcement, I put it POG HF86607. Anyway, if you get one or more boxes of HelloFresh using that link or code, then you generate quite a bit of stream support while also getting yourself some food at the same time. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and that's, again, only valid for those with U.S. addresses. Everybody outside the U.S., unfortunately, can't help me in that way, but there are a myriad of other ways to support me, being shown off by Twitch chat right now. Beantown, thanks for the Prime sub. By the way, did you know if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to a streamer of your choice every month without costing yourself a cent beyond your additional Amazon Prime sub already? Glowian, thanks for using that to sub to the channel. Anonymous, thanks for gifting a sub to Andrew McGrath, asking about ways to support the stream. Awel, thanks for the Prime sub. Nitro Sockseye, thank you for the Prime sub in 3 months. Kiznal, thanks for the Prime sub. And welcome to the Cozy Sub Club, all you all. Roy G. Biv, would you say this was a prime time to talk about stream support? Certainly seems like it has been. Nero Z, thank you for the Prime sub and the 5 months. And Thick Third, thanks for subbing for 6 months, getting the bulk discount. Cargo Floof, thank you as well for the Prime sub, the full year. And Mr. Murky, thanks for 7 months. Yeah, in the interest of I guess, overall transparency, I'll mention that the folks who remember to sub with Prime each month are duly appreciated. Prime subs make out about half of the total subscription income of the channel. It's crazy just how many people sub with Prime. I don't speak any other languages, Deltadar. I studied Spanish for a few years. I think if there was any I would deliberately seek out to learn, it would be either German or... possibly Japanese. Something completely different than English. Or Python. I learned some Java coding. And I looked into the industry. I learned just enough computer coding to understand I didn't want to be a coder. But computers are really fascinating on the inside. That's for sure. Arfenter, thank you for the Prime sub, and M-Ace N64. I just reminded you, Weil. You're welcome. Spicy Kraken also reminded that welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Ich bin Toaster Strudel. That's right. Hey, no worries, Bienmaya. Truly, to anybody who is in a hard situation themselves, struggling to make ends meet, or figuring out where to balance a checkbook, please don't feel compelled to make me a priority. Thanks to the stream, especially sponsors like HelloFresh, I'm able to live quite comfortably at the moment without needing to squeeze each and every viewer for whatever they have. So, please, spend it on yourself. You need it more than I do. Truly. Neezy, thank you so much for the 500,000 channel points. Welcome to the Eternal List of the channel cuties. Let me get you added there right away. All hail a new channel cutie. Show off some waffles, Twitch chat, if you got them. I know all those new Prime subs do. Speaking of referee, thanks for the 200 bits, Scrub Cabbage. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. All right, Neezy, you're added. It ain't easy being Neezy. I'll also say that the YouTube, over the past year, 2022, the YouTube side of the Bela Lord Entertainment brand, TMR, copyright 20 forever, Bela Lord, has grown absolutely immensely, and that too is really helping me not worry too much about the bottom line these days. It's a good feeling. Like trying to get chat punished. Yes. Lock thingy. So we're going to draw these 8 cards. I think I am going to play Dark Embrace, not the Immolate here, as much as I'd like to play the Immolate. Draw 8 here. This is my sole job now, yes. I create content full-time. I'm streaming full-time. Specifically, I enlist help to get the other parts of the job done, the video editing, YouTube upload stuff. So it actually takes even more than one person's job to do this particular type of content creation. What else do I need for a heart block plan? We're going to need a few more skills and ideally a feel no pain. The other option might be a potion saves the day. A power potion could generate a ton of block for heart, for example. Okay, we can actually just carnage you, right? I don't have to worry about spikes from the Immolate. One more card, because I do want to play the power through. No rage. Don't have energy per headbutt, unfortunately. That's fine. We'll take some damage. I will allow it. Not much left. We need you to die next turn, too. Not really any block left. I should have just whirlwinded here. That's fine. So yeah, we're going to have to take the 13 spikes damage because there's no longer any blocks in the deck. Bummer. Snake Oil. Okay, here's another block card. For example, Shrug It Off. Can't have too many shrugs if you have Corruption. I see there's also Second Clash. Really don't think I can afford Second Clash at the moment, though. Runzo says, what are some ideas for new relics if there were to be additions? I've long held that there's this relic in the game called Art of War, which rewards you if you don't play any attack cards. I've wanted to see a card that, a relic that gives you a bonus if you play no skill cards. It's long been my my kind of suggested added relic. Let's see, do I lose the elixir here? Elixir seems really good these days. Let's skip the Snake Oil, even though it is ostensibly a draw 10. I don't trust it. Double Dark Embrace. Reckless Charge looking a little better now. Problem is, I don't really have the energy for Double Dark Embrace. This definitely could be a time to buy Cauldron. Stock up on double strength potions with the Sacred Bark. Heck, Orichalcum kind of rewards you for not playing skills. That's true. Local Onions, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Is Circlet in the Relic list? No, Wadley Dolphin. That one is not. Likewise, status cards. Curse cards are included, but not status cards, because you can't get status cards added to your deck. And the curse card from Endless, Pride, is also not added on the list there. Because you can't, although we could do a run that gets Pride, we can't beat the Heart and have Pride in the deck. It's impossible. Spirit Poop is on the list and already crossed off. I'm going to buy a second Dark Embrace and another card remove. I don't know if that's going to be good enough, but that's what we're doing. Is it recall time? No, we got to get the corruption upgraded. Things are too expensive. Good, good, good. We just go Corruption Whirlwind here. Next turn we draw the good stuff. Oh yes, the good stuff. Strike still worse than Clash? Probably not, actually. I mean, I don't have any energy to spend on a strike, so a 1-cost strike is probably just as bad as Clash, actually. Pawn Review. Alright, good talk. Crazy Snake Lady. Good talk. Although with the power through, the Clash is really quite hopeless, isn't it? It's just sad. Alright, and I just played a strike. Worrying. Oh, hey, there's the second wind. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand and gain block for each one. This is the way to make the Clash work again. Although not with Double Dark Embrace, not really. But still, it's good. Lizard Tail's also great, giving us a chance to not die. And Omamori might even do something with these two late events here. Kia Dina, thanks for 5 months. Yeehaw! And Andrew McGrath, excuse me. Thank you so much for the very generous $200 tip. Andrew says, I've watched nearly all of your videos on YouTube, but I've never been on Twitch. Just wanted to give back a little bit for how much you have given to me. Thank you for the content, and keep doing what you do best. Much love, Andrew. Thank you so much for that huge, huge amount of support. I do intend to keep on doing what I do. I see no reason I won't be here 5 years from now, 10 years from now, as long as Twitch is here and has its unique interactive culture. As long as there is a market for sharing the knowledge of how to have a really good time in video games, then I will be here doing this, because this is what I love to do. So thank you. I can buy a lot of sauce. Delicious. So what do I want? No, I want power through next turn. So we want to play Shrug, Immolate, Anger. This is going to be a rather tricky fight. Might need to employ the Fire Potion here. Or something similar. Next turn we can play Corruption and Dark Embrace if we so need. Okay, that's not so bad. This turn we want to uppercut. Probably power through to block. Pen Nib is almost ready here. Could do 9 plus 42. Not quite a kill here. Not quite. It's not as straightforward as it looked at first. Guess I just hardcast both of these, then play the defend, draw this, play this, do this. This draws this, can play this for free, but then I can't go further. So we're going to take a bunch of damage this turn. That's what I'm seeing. We're taking 20. Ouch. Is there nothing else that can be done? Strike, Pen Nib, Immolate won't be enough, right? Even with the Fire Potion, that won't be enough. We could use the Elixir. That's true. Yes, we could use the Elixir. Let's do that. One, two, three. Havoc the Dark Embrace. Then play the Corruption. There we go. That's how you do it. Maybe too much block. Don't care. Good talk. Wow, that elixir sure made a difference, huh? Dang. The Swift Potion draws 6 cards. True Grit is here. True Grit is really nice, too. Although True Grit needs an upgrade. Pummel is also kind of interesting, although I have no strength. Do we willingly get Clash? Not willingly. No, I wouldn't say willingly. Also, I wouldn't say I have an upgrade for this True Grit. I don't think I can take it. Ink Bottle is amazing, giving us draw every time we play 10 cards. I do think this upgrade is important, because I'd like to upgrade this Dark Embrace. And we still have 2 more Elites, dropping 4 more Relics this act alone. First up, the Miniature Giant Head. Let's go Evolve, Immolate, Immolate. Boop. First, probably. That's fine. How many cards do I want to play this turn? I want to get rid of all the wounds in the deck for the moment. Next turn, but here we are. Yeah, heck it. Lose all the block. It's fine. Get him, Clash. Good job. Oh man, Charon's Ashes. When we exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. That's going to be a ton of damage. And Bird Face turn, healing 2 per power played is going to be a ton of healing. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 powers that we can play each combat. And there's the upgraded True Grit that I wanted. Excellent. There's also Second Clash. It's not too late. It is too late. But it's not too late, because we can duplicate any card in the deck. Any card, you say? Well. Some seriously good options here. We do want to consider what cards we want to have in duplicate for our challenge here. Considering duplicating Corruption. We didn't get that on the last Ironclad run, but we could do it now. We also haven't yet mastered Bash, and this is one way to do it. We have already crossed off Ascender's Bane, so we don't need that done. Also, if we attempted to duplicate Ascender's Bane, it would actually be stopped by the Omamori. Fun fact. Second Havoc is pretty okay here. Double Corruption, huh? Let's do it. No idea if that's the right pick, but here we are. Spicy. Boop. Boop. We're drawing 1. Perfect. Poor elites never stood a chance. Boat thingy. We get block on turn 3. We get another overpowered elixir. And we get 7 more max health. Cool. I lose the strength potion. I think so. Battle Trance Plus. Draw 4 cards. Can't draw any more cards this turn. Or we could take Strength in the Inflame here, which I don't think we're going to need. Let's go Battle Trance. Alright, give me one more event. Why not? It's just 4 enemies, once again. Classic. This might be a good use case for the Fire Potion. Although I'm unlikely to replace this potion before Spear and Shield, and it's a pretty good potion in Spear and Shield, a 40 damage Fire Pot. So if I can avoid doing that, that'd be great. I think we just use the Immolate next turn to win. Okay. Let's just do this. Melting Pot, thanks for the Prime sub, and Odd Constant, thanks for so much 6 months of support. Much love to you. So we just Havoc the power through. Go Immolate. Morrowind. Perfect. 4 energy potion. Ooh, that's pretty good too. That is a very good potion. I think I might lose that Fire Potion. How about a Pummel Strike Plus? Deal 10, draw 2. Berserk is half useful as well. That's interesting. I do appreciate the energy. I'm a little worried about the Awaken One fight. I'm a lot worried about Awaken One at the moment. Pummel Strike will help a lot against Awakened One. I'm going to take that. Might also have to use the Dexterity Potion if we face Awakened One. My hope is that we don't face Awakened One, and then our life is a lot easier. Definitely want the bonus draw next turn. So we'll have to take some damage here. Probably just uppercut, immolate, defend. No further cards. Generally speaking, I target Donu first. Donu buffs the strength of both of these bosses every other turn, starting on turn 1, which means Donu will result in constantly escalating damage that is really difficult to deal with. Whereas Daka adds dazed cards, which are going to be good for us with the Dark Embrace and Evolve. Second Shrug full blocks, then we miss the power through. Guess I'm okay with that. Pended something important, but I don't feel the need to. That'll do. Yeah, where's Feel No Pain when you need it? Like I said, I'm hoping we get a power potion before the final store, or from the final store. Would make our life quite a lot easier. If we were to get something like that. Charon's Ash is also really helping with the damage. In a great way. Oh, I didn't actually play the Evolve yet, huh? Well, then let's just delete it. Well, I need the hit points, actually. Yes, give it to me. Also play the Corruption for similar here. But I'd rather just play the attack cards. GG. Not bad. I think we might have even healed in that fight, and we don't fight the Awakened one. It's Time Eater, thank goodness. And that is going to be excellent. Excellent, excellent for us. Agard Falcone, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. That's right, second Corruption does nothing here. Main benefit to having two Corruptions, other than the fact that we're working towards the self-imposed challenges. With two Corruptions, you can guarantee you see one earlier in the fight. And that can really matter if you need your energy gain down immediately, as we do. So, let's see. We're drawing this hand next turn. Don't love it, that's for sure. Don't love that. Maybe want to shrug to get closer to that Dark Embrace. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Yes, we'll be able to Havoc the Dark Embrace if I Shrug, so we should Shrug. We lose the Carnage, but again, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Total card plays count for everything in this fight. Generally speaking, if a card doesn't do at least 10 total something, block or damage, I don't recommend playing it against Time Eater, or else. Sorry, Flash. This ain't your fight. Block left, huh? Just delete some of the bad cards this turn. Immolate Anger. I am going to have to play Angers against Time Eater, although I don't love it. Strength would be helpful here. Paper Frog would be helpful here, but I chose neither of those things. That's my fault. Very many cards this turn, but Evolve provides. We're going to run out of block very soon here. I don't love that part. Alright, it's time to start doing damage. Time Eater below half on this turn. Good. We still have Uppercut. Seems important. Yeah, I agree. No block only health is definitely spooky here. We don't have long to make this work. At all. Okay, we have to kill next turn. That's more or less the whole of it. If we don't do that, we're not going to win. But a Pen-Nibbed Immolate does wonders. We could also maybe just use Pen-Nibbed Energy Potion Whirlwind here. Let me double check the math on that. I'm definitely willing to spend the Energy Potion to leave this fight at this point because I am terrified. So what's 24 times 8? That seems like it's probably good enough. 192. Yeah, that'll do. We also have Lizard Tail, but again, would strongly prefer that for next stuff. To thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of all these super powerful potions? You ready your sword? Dealing 21.45. Good stuff. Master Nickon, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. We are missing a lot of health. I don't think there's any upgrades that are that important. So I'm going to sleep here for 12. Hopefully we have Ancient Tea Set, if not Happy Flower, for this fight. Oh, Bank of Prep, huh? Ancient Potion, also very helpful for blocking Heart. We can stop 2 debuffs, the Vulnerable and I think the Weakness. That's going to help a lot. Strength Potion for damage, also pretty important, and I am allowed to get both if I want. VM Service, thanks for the 4 months and the Prime sub. Any primers? Fire Breathing could be pretty decent damage, too. That's true. I think we're buying 2 potions. Question is, how good is the elixir? Pretty good. I'm going to need that 4 dexterity potion for the heart fight, otherwise we won't have enough dex. Elixir and Swiftbot solve the same problem, kind of. Elixir requires the Dark Embrace to be in play. But yeah, I like Strength Potion, Dex Potion, Ancient Potion for Heart, big time. Thing is, Elixir could help me when my hand is clogged. The other one can't. I'll lose a Swift Potion, but I have no idea if I'm making the right choice. Here goes! Good start. Corruption, Dark Embrace, turn 1. You'll love to see it. And Evolve, too. Guess resting wasn't that good, huh? Yeah, Elixir already better than the other potion. For this fight, anyway. It's a good sign. So no Immolate, that's what I'm saying. I'm not going to block this turn, though, yeah? Don't be ridiculous. Okay. He Who Watches, thanks so much for the 5 gifted subs. You keep watching. I'll keep streaming. Havoc hits the headbutt. I think that is mostly fine. There's nothing to headbutt, so... Seems like a great turn 1. Spear first. That's perfect block. How much damage from the ashes? Currently 46 per combat. And counting. Maybe we wanted to keep Pen Nib. I'm glad we kept all the potions for Heart, though. This array of potions for Heart should be excellent. Ornamental Fan's also going to help with block. If we play 3 attacks in 1 turn, we'll get 4 block. We're offered Metallicize, Reckless Charge, or True Grit. Metallicize kind of helps, but I don't think it's really going to help. What about Reckless Charge? Reckless Charge is going to help. Reckless Charge is definitely going to help. All right, here we are in the Heart fight. Got to be careful about the timing of the Ancient Potion with this Battle Trance, but overall, very happy to see Evolve in the opening hand. And at least one of the Dark Embrace is not too far down. Looks like we'll have to play Corruption next turn. Shrug, Battle Trance, Evolve. I could Headbutt Battle Trance? So currently this is what we're set to draw next turn. Actually, I'd like to keep it at 3 cards, huh? So just play the Evolve, don't play anything else. Although Shockwave would be nice. Or Uppercut. We could play Uppercut instead of Shockwave, even. We should also drink these potions now. 4 Strength, 4 Dex. And now that we've done that, we'll also gain 2 Artifact here. Okay, and these numbers, these 4 and 4 is going to make this Heart fight a lot better for us. Actually, I'm going to play the Uppercut as my last card here. We'll keep the Shockwave. Nothing else, so that I draw properly 8 cards with Pocket Watch here. Good luck to us. That's right, we block the weak and the vulnerable. We still become frail, though. Oh, shoot. And I cannot play Corruption Dark Embrace because of the Void here. Oof. Interesting. I guess we'll skip Corruption for the moment, then. Just go Dark Embrace. So that we don't lose our skills the first time through. That might actually work in our favor here. Thank you, boat thingy! So I can second win, get rid of a bunch of stuff. Interesting. Let's go Bash. Havoc the Anger? Or I could just second win the Havoc? I don't want to do that. Havoc the Anger. Play Power through, play Second Wind. We'll draw the other Dark Embrace, but it shouldn't matter. Yeah. Good. Play this just for the Kunai. 5 Dexterity now. Embrace and Corruption are coming up. I could second wind all this stuff, but I probably shouldn't. Slime will draw a Reckless Charge. Where's the other Corruption? Pretty far down. We really need to get that Corruption in play soon here. I'm not willing to second win all my good blocks, though. Start with this. Oh, I don't have Evolve in play? What happened? I must have chosen to not do that. Interesting. I don't remember when I did that. Well, in that case... I could play Slimed and then Reckless Charge and still draw a bunch. Yeah, we used Uppercut instead turn 1. I think that was probably right. Should be fine next turn. Although we're about to gain Artifact, huh? That's okay. We'll be able to do Rage Uppercut as well. No, we won't. We won't have energy. Here's where we could use the Elixir. Although, again, I can't play the Dark Embrace and the Corruption this turn. Still making things problematic for us. Got a lizard tail after all. We should be okay here. And we can at least get to the power through. That ought to be sufficient. Yeah, energy pot sure would have slapped here. That's okay. Got other shenanigans. Havoc gets the power through. Or I can just draw the power through. That's pretty good. Certainly adequate, we'll call it. As far as blocking goes this turn, damage still a little questionable. We really got to start catching up to that now. Time is rapidly running out. Uppercut, wherefore art thou? Uppercut. There you are. Great turn. So I've actually had to use the elixir. Feels like the draws have really worked out for the most part. Believe it or not, I'm not going to destroy Clash. Although I am going to encourage myself to draw more cards this turn. Still need more vulnerable. Okay. No, we can use the thing next turn. Okay, Beat of Death now 3 presents a unique problem for us. Range is pretty far down. Can't kill next turn. That's going to be the real challenge. Again, we do have Lizard Tail, though. You definitely see how if we didn't have the 4 strength from the strength potion, this wouldn't be working. And then on this turn, we just want to play as many attacks as possible. So many attacks. Clash, no! Alright, that's a lot of block, though. More than enough, that's for sure. It's time for you to be free, my lizard tail friend. Be free. GG, Twitch chat. There we go. Double corruption. And a whole lot more besides. GG. GG. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. GG, everybody. GG for the low, low price at $29.95. You too can enjoy this run. 3 easy payments. Now, what has it been done? The spire sleepeth, and so shall I. GG, Twitch chat. What an incredible Ironclad run.